in many ways, I feel like I'm the level-headed voice of reason of the bros. So I serve to bring the guys back to center when they stray off the path and whatnot. But I think that it's a lot of fun getting to play that role because it's very connected. I have a heart's relationship with kind of that role and that responsibility to keep the friend group solid. So there's more there's a lot more to come in season 1 that you'll see, and challenges that we had as a brotherhood, and kind of how I had to navigate things to keep the bros aligned.
Now, Vaughn, I had to make sure you didn't forget Monty,
Appreciate
aka because he blessed me with this hat.
Hey,
so I can't. When people give you stuff, you gotta let them know you're grateful and you remember. He's the man of many hats.
Well, when you ain't got no other hairstyle, bruh,
you gotta do something to make it unique. Okay. So, John is a layered character, in my opinion. Like, John is a guy who's navigated life a little differently than his brothers, his close brother friends. We like brothers, but we're really close friends. And I went to college, and I didn't finish college for reasons you will see in the show if you watch in the second half of the season. But in the first half, it says it if you haven't checked it out already. And I have a business with my mom, which my bros basically invested in with my mother, and kind of to help me stay afloat because they're all very successful, given they went to college and went into their careers and very successful. I'm still trying to find myself. College is usually the place where you find yourself, and I guess John getting not finishing college is where he navigates his who he is, his identity, and I think he's still trying to find that in every way as it relates to his identity and his career, identity in his personal life, and his mother is a pain in his ass. She would feel the same way that I'm a pain in hers. And I think the show is really dope seeing that dynamic and seeing the journey of these 4 guys. And John just, he's a good dude, but he's still trying to find himself. And as we all know as adults, trying to find yourself, you go through a roller coaster of things in life because you don't know what's you, so you don't know what fits, so you try on different things in life. And if it don't fit you, take that off and try something else on it. And I think that's John's character at the core. Mike's an asshole.
Facts.
Mike is just misunderstood. Mike is just misunderstood.
No, we understand him completely.
Mike in the first half of season 1 is realizing that he has to change his ways in order to get the growth that he wants. I think that he's stuck in this poisonous independent habit of just doing his own thing. If he wants it, he'll get it. He doesn't really have to rely on anybody, and he relies on his bros, but he kind of takes that for granted in a lot of different ways. So you're starting to see him come to terms with the error of his ways. So he has to grow up, and he's starting to realize that. So in the second half of season 1, I'm excited for the journey of his growth, because I think he's realizing now I have to change. And so now we get to watch him go through that change. And I'm excited for the audience to see that.
No, it's Bill's a fool. That's all I gotta say, man. This second half coming up is just, why do fools fall in love? Y'all about to see how far this fool falls real quick. Let me tell y'all that. So, just glad you got the brotherhood, because the bros be, they be trying to stop your boy Bill from doing some dumb stuff. They succeed. Sometimes they don't. Y'all just got to keep watching. But it's a journey. It's a beautiful journey to see how far like a dude will go to try to, I don't know, find love, capture love. So that's a beautiful, it's a beautiful contrast. You know what I mean? And just having the bros kind of try to guide you and, give you some kind of advice. Good. It's just a beautiful group dynamic to see how see how black men respond when they see one of their bros like madly in love. Some get jealous, some be like, nah, some want to support. So it's just beautiful to see all the different angles that comes with. So just keep watching. It gets better. It just gets better, people. We lived on set, which is why you see the brotherhood you see on camera. We didn't know, well, me and Barry, we worked with each other in a previous project, but all four of us, we lived on set before we filmed. We just got together and doing filming, and Tyler working with him. He's the hardest working man in Hollywood, period. There's no question. You get around that dude, you see exactly what it is. He's the hardest working man in Hollywood. And that work ethic extends to us. The expectation he places on us, knowing I hired y'all because y'all dope, you're talented, you can do this job. You have to step up to his level working with it. And I'll be honest, it makes it easier when you go to other sets. He sets the bar high, and once you meet it, you feel like a better actor and a better person because of it.
We all are working towards.
No, at all. I'm trying to learn. I'm here to get to gather the information because nobody else is doing what he's doing. Period. So to be so close to somebody who's doing something special and something new and innovative, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to see that in the flesh and be a part of it. So I'm excited. I'm excited for him.
I'm excited for him too, and us.
Yeah, I'm just,
Maybe we can borrow.
for a
few dollars or something.
Just a little bit.
Hey, working with Mr. Tyler Perry, as we like to call him, is definitely, first of all, an honor. Outside of being an actor, we're fans, right? I think most of us are in this room, that people that have seen his journey, from afar as an audience member, just seeing the movies and the plays and all that he's accomplished over time. So I'm kind of a fan first, right? And then you work in this industry, and then you get to work with him, and it can be a little at first like I'm like my first day shooting. I'm like, oh, it's like Tyler Perry, like for real, right? Like, that's how you feel. You're like, oh, like, you're a fan, right? 'Cause my mama loves Tyler Perry, so when I'm in a room with Tyler, my mama like, hey, call me. I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to call you, Mom, but you're in awe. You're in awe of what he's accomplished as you become an entertainer, and then you see what all is into it, especially of me. I live in LA and going to audition at Paramount Studios and being in Warner Brothers Studios and Sony Studios and seeing all these great studios and seeing the amazing white actors on the wall. When you come to Tyler Perry Studios, you see you on the wall. You see you, and you see this man who's building an empire, and you like in awe of that. And I'm like, it's inspirational, man. And we got to work in one of the buildings on Tyler Perry Studios lot called the Dream Building. And we wrote a card at the end of the season. I was like, man, thank you for believing in your dreams so that mine can come true. And so, man, what I can say in working with him is more of an honor, and it's been an awe, and it's just been a pleasure. And it's work still. Don't get it twisted. As much of fun it is, it's work, but his work ethic is one of the most important things that you see stand out. So him making it to the Forbes billionaire conversation or group of people is not surprising, because to see his work ethic up close, you're like, okay, I get why you're there. It's very obvious why you're there and why he will continue to climb even higher, ladders and mountains to get to, even bigger places. And I just use it as inspiration, and I'm taking notes so that I can hopefully one day be in his shoes to then, give people like myself an opportunity.
Well, I think that, I was in the military before I was an actor, and a lot of what I see from the way that Tyler Perry runs is what a good leader in the military would do. And it makes sense why he's achieved what he's achieved, because you mentioned, that he's going back to work, he's shooting shows during this quarantine time, and that's a testament to how he is. He's a problem solver. He'll figure things out in a way that gets them done, when other people think it's impossible. So it's kind of, again, it's a testament to how he's made his entire career, doing things away from what everybody else, not just waiting for somebody else to take the lead to follow. He's a trailblazer, and he's leading the way with this, and he's led the way with a lot in the whole empire that he's built. And the fact that we get a chance to be a part of that, you kind of see and you learn, because he inspires us to say, oh, okay, so we don't necessarily have to just be followers. We can do things and take a page out of his book and achieve for ourselves. And it's awesome.
Yeah.